Hello, good evening, everyone. Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar. Yeah, yeah. Welcome to today's webinar, and it's lovely to have everyone here. I'm super excited. Everyone we've been able to key in, and we're still expecting more people. We're slightly behind. I think we're about 8 minutes behind, but it was intentional because we were trying to, wait for others to connect. But without further ado, let's, go straight ahead to today's business. And today we'll be talking about leveraging cybersecurity and customer success management, and it's going to be a pretty interesting topic and rich knowledge field. And we have some experts in this field that will be talking about discussing everything you need to know about the objectives of customer success and cybersecurity, and so on and so forth. So before we dive right into it, I would like to talk about Brickhill Consulting a little bit for those that are just joining us. What we do, who we are, our objectives, our mission, and our vision. So, Bricks Hills Consulting, we are about empowering individuals and businesses to elevate through skills, and we're trying to empower individuals and businesses, and we are a British accredited training program consulting firm. Whether you're looking to upskill in accounting, finance, IT, business analysis, or any field, we offer flexible, high quality training options, both online and in person, to suit your needs and your schedule. So pretty much we have the in-person training where we can talk to you one-on-one, where you want to have your facilitator talk to you in person, whether it's a technical course or is a management program, or you even need practicals. We have the skills to fill in this demand. And then even if you check our website and you've not seen any course that suits whatever you're trying to do, we can always tailor courses to suit your needs. So we are problem solvers, and at the end of the day, you get the British accredited certificate at the end of your program. So we have three modes of learning basically. Is either the video learning, that's you learn at your own pace, or you do the virtual learning where your instructor is on the other side and then you're having this interaction with the instructor, or you attend the in-person program. And there are three stages to this learning. So there's the beginners level. So this is where you're just starting the program. The foundational stage of your program is broken down. And then you still get your certificate at the end of the beginner stage. And then if you want to progress into the middle level, which is the intermediate stage, you progress into the intermediate stage, and then finally the master class level, which is the third level. We also have the master class. We have everything broken down into modules that will guide you, your course outlines, and so on and so forth. You also have your master class certification in this third stage as well. The beautiful thing about what we do is after the end of the video session, you take a short quiz slash exams that would now lead you to getting your certificate. And if you're not able to pass a certain percentage, which is 60 over 100, you have the opportunity to retake your exams. And that means you have the opportunity to rewatch the videos and then retake your exams and still have your certificate. So after the first beginner stage, you're also opportuned to have certain discounts for you to further progress into the middle level stage. So we also have these packages where we have rewards for our loyal clients that come back. So, having said that, other interesting packages that we have free courses on our YouTube channel, Brickhills Consulting on YouTube. We have some free courses there, and also the webinar is also a good platform where you can also acquire knowledge free of charge, ask questions. So, at the end of today's session, you're able to ask any questions covering cybersecurity, leveraging on cybersecurity and customer success management. Our speakers are going to, enrich you with everything you need to know, the objectives of cybersecurity and customer success, and how you can apply it to your professional life or to your everyday activity as well. So, thank you so much for the introduction. And without further ado, I'll go straight right into the first speaker of the day. I'm going to be introducing the first speaker. The first speaker, his name is Mr. Obinna Duru. He has a BS in software engineering. He has an MIS, he's an MIS exec, cyber tech, multi-linguistic. He possesses a degree in software engineering from University of Texas and a bachelor's in MIS from Green American University. He's a senior back-end developer of websites is a senior back-end developer of websites, software, and IT solutions with extensive experience in IT support, hardware, and software solutions. He's a team player, he's a leader, he thrives in collaborative environment, and he's always prepared to take on challenges, whether it's big or small. Beyond his technical expertise, Obinna is deeply committed to mentorship and guiding young minds in believing and empowering the next generation is essential for shaping the future. So I'm going to be handing over this session now to Obinna. So Obinna, this over to you, Obinna.
Thank you all for being here at this time. My name is Obinna Duru-Onweni. I'm a software engineer, and I am a cybersecurity expert with another BSc in management information system. You know, I feel honored to be here to speak to y'all about my life as a software engineer and cybersecurity expert because IT made me the person I am today. Now, to qualify, I have to ask a question. You always get those emails, those emails that have no endings or get those pop-ups whenever you go online on Google Chrome or Firefox or even your social media like Facebook, Instagram. They have this ideology, this unbelievable, this chapter kind of offers to just press a button and see what happens. Cybersecurity makes simple protecting data and open career doors. Now, I know you see cybersecurity, like why need security? What the use of my security? But have you realized that the AI that's been created now, where it answers your question before you ask it? Like you in a situation where people understand you, when you in a situation where people are watching you, you know, let's say CIA, not the force, where confidentiality, okay, insecurity, and accuracy. Now, cybersecurity goes far beyond the way. It goes way back to the 1800s. But the first type of security was hacked was back when telegraphs were means of communication, telegraphs. But they were hacked by their own, side workers and offer. Fun fact. Do you know how much cyber cybersecurity attack execs or professionals make just at one take? They make a total over $3.5 million by one. And they have ransomware in all kinds of ways, from fishware, phishing, or whatnot. They make money from attacking. Now, so it's about, your information is your life information is you. Your information is what you're about. So when someone gets into your private information, you feel void, you feel naked, you feel incomplete. Cybersecurity is here to rescue you. Well, today, we're going to focus on introduction to cybersecurity, understanding the basics of cybersecurity, threats in the digital age, that's as on age, how to spot and counteract digital threats, explore career opportunities in cybersecurity, and what next. One thing you have to understand is threats are constant. In the OS life, the IP life, threats come left, right. Individuals always going to have what you have. It's just like a human being. Envy, jealousy, people kill their friends just to have what they have. They race, Olympics, people race to get what you have. You got gold now, man, the WWE, Warzone, they fight you to get your belt. So people are trying to know why are you where you are today. So that's where the attacks come through. Cyber threats are happening every 39 seconds all over the world, affecting individuals, businesses, organizations, and governments too, countries both the way. Because I remember when I met one of our friends in 2017, they got stripped naked. Now these attacks come in different forms, like phishing emails, malware infections, malware infections like malware infrastructures, ransomware, and breaches. Hackers exploit weak points, where you're not looking. Like so they might come with a financial deal or a proposal that is so juicy. But then if it looks so unreal, why would you believe it's real? I have an example here, in 2023, a moisture insurance company suffered a cyber attack. They exposed their credit card details to a million customers. Breach started with a employee account. Now you know about that employee, like, he's either going to prison or he got to pay back. Doesn't really matter. I'm gonna ask you, why does it matter? Why do we need security? We just walk around, not caring who comes for us. Just do what you want. Why do we need security? The high cost of that data breaches right here in my facts that I got through. Cybercrime is a multi-trillion-dollar industry. Like I said, every of a data breach was estimated at $4.5 million per incident. Per incident. Like you have direct contact with groups. Not only that, if your business gets hacked, that means your clients are getting hacked. So now, one thing about businesses is about your one thing about businesses is about your confidentiality, one, but trust. Now, if you're being hacked, how can clients trust you? So that means the client base reduces. You have a operational disruption, because you have downtime, you got to recover your data, you got to illegal, back then and whatnot. Hey, cybersecurity is everyone's responsibility. Look, like my late father said, nobody can do it for you. Only you can do it for yourself. Nobody going to decide for you. You have to set your protection. No one's going to come to protection. Well, God protects you, but then, like he said, draw not to me, I draw not in me. So you got to go out, look for the protection. So the protection will protect you. And how people get skilled out here, skill don't come to you. You got to go patronize a security company for the protection. Many people assume cybersecurity just for IT professionals. Every individual plays a crucial role in protecting data. Because everything from the markets to the banks, to the hospitals, to the regular shops, to the gaming centers, to the racetracks, to the basketball. Everything is data. Everything is data. Whatever you put online or what you store written or online is data. Cyber is here is about protecting that data because when your data is out there, like I said, you make it. So several ways to prevent cyber threats. Number one, 101, your password. Now I have a friend,
He made his passport his birthday. That sounds so basic. You on social media. When you every time you get to account, you gotta put your birthday. So everybody know your birthday. You gotta bring something strong. Different. It has to be different. And you cannot repeat the same password in all accounts. But then that's like a switch full hand right here. That's it, full hand right here. All aces day one. And then they have the MFA, the multi-factor authentication. Google comes in where you make two passwords. Where it's your own biometrics now that you can go in. So no one can hack two-step verification. Be cautious of phishing emails. Oh yeah, because they come simply. You know how we go fishing, right? Anybody out here been fishing before? Come with a bait, throw it in the water. They love it. Roll it back in. So they come with a prop, a plan, a juicy offer. That's a phishing email. They know some offers are too good to be true. They got you there. Who is this webinar for? It's for everybody, to be honest. Because I mean, we're digital age. Everybody using a system, a phone, a laptop, a pad, desktop. We have achieved too much. Everybody got something smart, something that what kind of OS, something that's connected to the internet, something that has an IP. So these are professional protection. You gotta secure your own IP, your own privacy, your own data. It's for everybody. But not only security right here. We're in situations. This cybersecurity gives you opportunities for jobs, opportunities. Yeah. And the pay is, it's mouth watering. The pay is beyond it. Pay, jobs, careers, cybersecurity, oh my, so many from that. There's data science, Scrum Master, goes beyond, all beyond. They all connected. Now understanding the basics. Hello, I introduce y'all to cybersecurity. Cybersecurity refers to the practice of safeguarding computer servers, network, and data from all unauthorized access, theft, and that damage. Now, they can be like locking your door. You leave your door open, anybody's getting a house. Well, you don't have a lock or a gate, man, anybody can come in. So think about cybersecurity is that key that when you step your house, you lock it for your protection. Now we're protecting you, your data, your image. We're protecting it. This is one of the main common threats we have in cybersecurity, cyber threats, malware, phishing, and social engineering. Like I went fishing, that we throw in. Malware is the software that come with it's like there's some software like upgrade software, but they don't really repository software. Like when you go to the Play Store, there are a couple apps that have no backup. And you might just download it and whoo, the system shut down. So it can, when you download something, it gets on the rise, access to your data, to your systems and all that. Then merger and types of digital in the digital age, it's from the 2000, 2010, upwards. See now when AI came through, some people use AI, the world is like this. They give you a platform. Some use it for good, some use it for bad. Now, some people have created AI-powered cyber attacks that leverage artificial intelligence. They work automated, refined, cyber-rated, making them more efficient and different attacks. They're different to detect now. Now the deep fake technology, like let me tell you, these hackers, ooh man, they're upgraded. Back then, it was more like, I see your password, I slide through you, I can copy your email. But these ones now, they have gone to another level. Cyber criminals that use deep fake videos, voice manipulation to device identification, to deceive individuals and organizations. Ransomware as a service, RAS, cybersecurity, cyber criminals offer ransomware tools to less skilled attackers, making it easier to launch attacks. See, there's some malwares that like all these launching, some like not launching, but let's say some of launching, that they tell you it's a protect the system. But now it gives you a porous access for other individuals to slide into the system without your awareness. So all your data, your privacy, your finance, your payments is taken one by every day, one. But you know your accountant right out and trying to figure out how and why. Supply chain attacks. Hackers infiltrate trust software providers and third-party vendors to compromise multiple organizations at once. See, they don't go direct. They come through with what do you patronize? What do you use? What software do you like? Like Rapid Decrease, Firewall, Void, PowerPoint actions. That's how they come through. Okay. They come through the back end. They don't come to you direct. No. It's like, watching a Bollywood movie where they beat around the garden and so coming to get inside love you. They come to the side. That's how they do it. They take, what you patronize, the kind of software you patronize, and then they use that is extended to you as an email, discount rates. Well, 50% off. Get the new award 365. And wow, you got a discount. Everybody has a discount. You download it, and that's when they get you. Now, these are the best actions for trade team. We all can see, install good, credible, good and credible antivirus softwares. Maintain unique and unpredictable passwords for each account. Have a different password for every different account. Never repeat. We're going to just give the actions. Update your payments apps. So updating it's really up to your apps. For why? For your security. Some apps around a tick. Now this app security is unbound. Avoid open links sent from unknown sources. Them discounts, they're 50% off. I know. I'm one of those. I was there. Okay, before I knew cybersecurity, back then you had them black sales, Black Friday sales. It's an enemy. Okay. I got it done. And then I'm in trouble. Download software and apps from authentic sources only. I said credible sources. Stay cautious while using third-party computers. Like you go to Cyber Cafe, you want to open an email that records it. Make sure before you leave there, it's deleted. Every information you use is deleted. That's cautious right here. Now, I need y'all to remember this. Everybody should always remember. You are your own security. You are your first line of defense. You can only protect yourself, can only choose to protect yourself, for others can come through to aid you to protect yourself. Small habits, big security impacts. Trust me. Think before you click, share or download. And so in college school, I was downloading left, right. You know what? When I see discounts, coupons, I was downloading. Stay away from those. Stay away from those. Now, protecting your data. Yeah, sorry. And then, like I said, using strong passwords, enable multi-factor authentication, recognizing business scams by checking sender emails and avoid clicking on no links. use HTTPS websites only. Right here again, use HTTPS websites only. No sub website, no second website for your own safety. Regularly check your browser's privacy security. You know what we have in the end, where you can check it. Keep software updated. Use antivirus programs, and avoid public Wi-Fi either. No one like public food. So the system don't like public Wi-Fi either. Hackers use social media. That's why I told you. Social media is like that. That's the quickest, you know, road to attacking. So we all subscribe. We all got social media accounts from Facebook to Instagram to Snapchat to Telegram, Thread. We all have that. LinkedIn and everything. They all social media. That's how they attack you. That's how they get you. So you got to be cautious on who you following, who you subscribing to, and where you clicking. It's the clicking that opens the door. But see, they're not coming to get you. They're going to give you the offer. Now, it's like I would say, the devil only comes in if you let them in. The devil cannot attack you only if you let him in. To attacks. They can attack you only if you let them in. The cybersecurity comes there to remind you. Don't. Now, let's go and cover your practice cybersecurity. Like I told you, there's money in this game. I promise you, there is money. Now, let's be honest. We don't like money. We got to survive. They got courses out here in Brickhills Consulting that he can learn there, out there, all over the world. Now, like I said, why I tell you again, why do we choose cybersecurity as a career? High demand, big money, great salaries, remote work opportunities. Now you can work from home, you can work from on the plane, or from anywhere. It's at your own comfort, your own privilege, at your own. Now, like I said, this is my key. Protecting people equals to meaningful work. I mean, you have a job, a restricted job, protecting people. The protection, security is the most important thing in this world today. Security, physical, cyber, everything. Now, this is a fact I want to give y'all. Let me surprise y'all. You don't really know coding skills? No, it's right here. Critical thinking, analytical thinking. You don't got to code. They don't program in there. Not no Java. No, you don't need a C# 9 server. Right here, how you can analyze and how you can think. Curiosity in problem solving. Well, everybody got that themselves. We're always curious about curiosity. It's not curious the cat, but we're always curious. Everybody curious about everything around them. As a human being, you got to be curious. That's curiosity. Why is this not this? And then solving that problem. Research, solving problem. Are key. Technical and non-technical roles are all there's a lot of them. There's a lot of very technical and non-technical roles. Now we have the entry-level cybersecurity roles. Stock analysis, security operations centers, penetration tests, ethical hackers. They're like hackers. They hack to survive, but they hack it in a good way. They know the problem. You see, as they say, the only way to most times is when they create a virus to get a cure. Like a virus, it's a regular hack. Cure is a hack. Cybersecurity consultants. Yes, consultants in cybersecurity. That's some good money out there too. Now, certification and training, begin at CompTIA Security Plus, Google Cybersecurity certificates, we offer that. Advanced CISSP, CEH, OSCP. There are many free learning resources available, and if this is the path you decide to take, we can always help you achieve it. You can start with SOC and move into cloud security. And then that's what happened. Now, I want to tell you, look in the eye. Cybersecurity is for everybody. No, I don't know. I'm not a tech. No, IT skills, no, sir. Yeah. Your security is on you. Well, cybersecurity is for everybody. Protect yourself with strong passwords, MFA, where, like I said before, security jobs are booming. Start your journey. Security jobs are booming. Start your journey today. Now, if anybody has any questions, I would deeply appreciate it.
Yeah. Hello,
Hi.
everyone.
Good day, sir, and welcome. Well, this is awesome.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, so it was a great webinar, but my question towards this is based on the data protection aspect,
Yes, sir.
basically for the organizational view. So
Yes,
it's
sir.
how can organizations balance this data protection without compromising security?
That's a good question. That's a great question. Now, your skill isn't built by you. Now, but your data too is created by you. So they're all in your hands. So compromission is on you and not the person that is going to compromise. So the only way they can compromise is give them the opportunity to compromise. So how do you do it? You have to get a credible antivirus or anti or protection software from Norton to the Venso, to the Gapo. It's a protection software. They have protection softwares. We got to put things on yourself because it goes overall in your organization. Every system, every device has an IP is protected. That way, your data only stays within, and only you, the authorizer, can decide to send it out. But believe this, you're protected when if you decide to come to one, take this course. The course going to explain more about this. I'll just give you a brief. With the cybersecurity course, going to explain more about how and why. Not only how, but the whys. It's going to tell you how it's going to help you out, but why you need to patronize this to help you out. Because the world is coming global village, like they say. This is the AI, all these things. So more things are porous now. So this is when you need protection and security. Right now, today is when you need that protection and security. That's where cybersecurity comes in, sir. I hope I helped you a little bit to understand. Well, that was also funny.
Okay. Um, Hello, everyone. My name is Raman. I actually enjoy this session, every bit of it. But then I am curious. I am interested in starting a career in cybersecurity, and then I'm looking at what are some beginner level, what's the best way to start as a beginner into cybersecurity? Look into, as you mentioned during your presentation, you said um, a lot of analytical skills above technical skills, and then there are also non-technical roles in cybersecurity. Can you please elaborate more on this? Thank you.
Well, see, walking into IT like I said, IT is for everybody. Cybersecurity is for everybody. And IT is a realm which equals users by the second. So for you to start out, how good are you with a calculator? How good are you with shopping? You go to the market, you see different prices. How do you decide? That's the analytical skills right here. Like you go to buy a car, and you see different brands or clothes. How do you decide? That's the analytical skill right here. It's already inbuilt in every individual. So for you to start off, yeah, I say start with data management. Data management is where you can start because then you learn about managing that data that you're going to take. Data management that we as Christian consultant, which apply you with those kind of classes to open your eyes to what the data is. Because there's various data, there's vital data, useful data, unuseful data. So you are put in that situation, that point where you can decide how to take before you can skim up the cybersecurity. But hey, I didn't say that you have to go that way. Some people go direct. I went direct. And hey, it worked out for me. Human beings gonna decide. You can go straight up or you can pre-up. Pre-up. From data management, Scrum Master, it goes cybersecurity. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Obinna. An awesome, that was a very awesome, very, very awesome presentation. Thank you very much. We enjoyed, every bit of it. I'm sure for those that are diving
Thank
into
you.
this area, they've had like an insight, of what cybersecurity is all about. But if you want to know more, like if you want to have more information and if you want to, go in depth on the course, you can always, and get your certification. So we're going to like dive right into our second speaker, and we're going to be talking about customer success. So I'm going to be introducing our speaker. I'm sorry. One second. So her name is Chinyere Ibeson. I'm going to be introducing Chinyere now. Chinyere, are you there?
Yes, I am here. Hi, Izzy. Thank you for having me.
Fine. Okay. Yeah. So Chinyere is an accomplished customer success manager with 9 years of experience in customer-centric roles within the tech industry. She holds a bachelor's degrees in economics and an MSc in management from University of Bradford. She's a certified Scrum Master and currently pursuing her PMP certification. Chinyere has a deep understanding of customer success strategies, helping businesses maximize product adoption and achieve sustainable growth. She excels at managing diverse customer portfolios from SMBs to enterprise accounts, and she specializes in fostering strong customer relationships, driving in retention, and proactively managing risk. Her ability to blend, sorry about that, her ability to blend strategic thinking with the customer first approach ensures long-term success for businesses and their clients. Passionate about delivering exceptional customer experiences, Chinyere is dedicated to helping organizations do impactful results. So Chinyere is going to be talking to us today about customer success in actions, the strategies for driving retention and revenue, and she's going to tell us the objectives and, just give us an insight about everything about customer success. So over to you, Chinyere.
Thank you for such a glowing introduction. I didn't know that about myself. Hi,
Okay.
hello everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. I apologize for my tardiness. I have some slides I'm going to share real quick. Hopefully that would kind of guide my conversation with you. But the slides are very self-explanatory, but I would, speak mostly from my experience. But feel free to definitely watch the slides for sure. So, this is what we have planned today. What is customer success, what it entails, the difference between customer success and the traditional customer service, and then just looking at how to build a customer-centric culture and a personalized approach as a customer success manager. Now, starting off, at its core, customer success is about ensuring your customers achieve their desired outcomes while using your product or your service. So this involves guiding them to not only achieve their goals, but to, continuously derive value from what you offer. So why is this essential? Well, as a business shifts towards more subscription-based models. Now we're paying for everything. We're paying for Netflix, you're paying for Paramount, everything is subscription-based. Even your music, Spotify is subscription-based. That's the model that we are leaning towards more of in the future. With a long-term relationship as a customer success has become the key driver of growth and satisfaction. So satisfied customers renew their subscription, expand their usage, and refer others. So refer more business to your business. And ultimately, as a customer success manager, you're driving a customer's lifetime value and reducing churn risk. Now, let's clarify how it differs from customer service. While customer service is reactive, typically addressing issues or complaints, customer success is more proactive, and you're working to prevent issues from arising and helping customers, reach their full potential with your product. So customer service is more of you're constantly putting out fires, and you're taking customer complaints, and there isn't any really value derived from that, if you know what I mean. You're not adding anything extra or new. And quite frankly, with customer service, you're not focused on retention or expansion or growth of the business. But with customer success, your key intake, your key focus is adoption, retention, expansion, and just growing the business in general. All right. Now let's talk about the pillars of customer success. Now there are a few fundamental pillars that make up customer success, making up a customer success excellent, and they form the foundation for delivering consistent value to your customers. So there are some things that have been highlighted here. So I'll try not to touch on them too much since you're already seeing them. I want to talk about the other things that are not listed here. So customer onboarding. So you have to ensure a smooth and positive start to for your customers so they feel confident right from the get-go. You're giving them that confidence that their business is well taken care of. If the implementation process of your customers, your onboarding process of your customers is not a pleasant or positive one, 8 out of 10 times, you would lose that customer when it's up for renewal. And this is just from my experience. If you're not able to mitigate risk and give them a seamless and smooth onboarding or implementation process, most times that sets the tone for your entire relationship with that customer, and that's never a good thing. Right? Now, customer education and training is another pillar of customer success. So empowering your customers with the knowledge and tools that they need to succeed. Excuse me. This may include, webinars, demos, training, user guides, or even one-on-one interactions and things. So in my case, I am an enterprise customer success manager, meaning that I handle our bigger accounts. So think of Fortune 500 companies. Those are the kind of accounts that I cover. And I'm having syncs with them depending on the customer's preference, sometimes once a week. So every week I'm speaking to my customer. What am I bringing to those meetings every week? I have to show value to customers in those meetings because they're spending millions of dollars with us. Case in point, if you have like a Microsoft as a customer and they're spending like $2 million with you, they're not getting on the call for you to say, so how's your day going? Which is great because you want to build a relationship with your customer. But with that, relationship building skill, you have to show value. And how do you show value? One of the ways is educating them, telling them things that they don't know. Of course, this doesn't happen on every call, but it is a huge pillar that you are providing education and you're providing guide to your customer because you are that bridge between your customer and the company. You are the middleman between your customer and the company. You are the face of the company to your customers. Right? Now, another pillar of customer success is proactive engagement. Now, this is a little bit tricky because you have proactive and you have reactive, and that all boils down to the type of customers that you have, your book of business. So you have to know your customer. So when I started out, I had like 100 accounts. There was no way in hell, even if I wanted to be proactive with my customers because I have 100 customers. I can't speak to 100 accounts. That's impossible. So a lot of the times I was reactive. So I always waited to hear from the customers. Time to time, of course, I would check in with them, on all of that. But I had my top accounts within that 100 accounts that I was proactive with. So you have to be able to identify, what segment your customer falls into. I've handled SMBs, I've handled scale. So scale are like middle tier customers, and I've handled enterprise customers. With enterprise customers now in my line of work, my account is like 20. So that has given me enough time and freed up enough resources for me to be more proactive with my customers. And even with that, sometimes I am reactive, right? So engagement, I would say, not just proactive engagement, engaging with your customer is a pillar of customer success because if you're not speaking to your customer, someone else is. If you're not in front of your customer, someone else is speaking to your customer. Your competitor is speaking to your customer, right? And then the last pillar that I want to speak about is customer advocacy. So turning happy customers into brand ambassadors, word of mouth, referrals, who will continue their relationship with you, but actively promote your business to others. We've gotten a lot of businesses simply by referral from other customers. And if your customer is happy, if your customer, well, I want to change my wording on that. It's not your job to make your customer happy. You're not their therapist. You're not their mom or their partner. It is your job for them to see return on investment with your service or your product. So I want to just change that wording a little bit there. So it is, if your customers are truly happy and they're adopting your product efficiently, they become brand ambassadors for you, and that would help drive your business even further. So for me, those are the key elements or key pillars of customer success. Of course, in inclusion with the ones that you're seeing right here, which is early engagement, ask questions, measuring satisfaction, and personalization. Yes, all those are good, but just in my experience, what I have mentioned are what stand as a pillar for customer success. Okay. Now, top 4 skills of customer success champions. Again, I'm not going to focus, on this. I would touch on communication. Communication is important because, that's how you engage. You have to be able to communicate. Now, customer success managers, as I mentioned, are the bridge between a company and its customers. And as such, they need a wide array of skills. But some of the top skills from my experience is communication. So whether you're speaking to C-suite executive or a frontline user, being able to communicate clearly, empathize, and build relationships is key. You should be able to have conversation with, the CEO and be able to also communicate with the developer, with the end user. So your messaging, your talk track has to change depending on the stakeholder you're speaking to. The way you would speak to your customer It's not the same way you speak internally, right? So everyone is your stakeholder, your customer and management, they're all your stakeholders, right? So you should be able to communicate on different levels depending on who you're speaking to. Sorry, you should be able to adjust your communication style and messaging and wording depending on who you're speaking with. For example, C executives, they don't really care about the mundane operational stuff. They want high level, how is this going to benefit my business? Why should I spend X amount of money with you? What type of value are you going to, bring to my business? As opposed to when you're speaking to like the end user or you're speaking to a developer, it's completely different. You're having more operational conversation, right? You're going down to the weeds, the nitty-gritty of things and how the product or the service works. So the messaging would change. Now, another skill is problem solving. So customers may not always know what their issue is, but you need to be able to identify it and resolve it. Sometimes even before they realize there's a problem. Now, this is where the proactive engagement comes into play. Another skill is data analysis. So understanding metrics and KPIs to analyze customer health and engagement, analyze to understand what the customer sees as success, because there are two things. What I, as a customer success manager, or what my company sees as success may be completely different from what the customer sees as success. And what the customer sees as success supersedes, because even if, according to you, oh, we've done XYZ, we've you've done this, we've increased your revenue, we've, blah, 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 blah. And the customer's KPI is to reduce costs. If you're not telling them we have reduced costs, that's not success, right? So you should be able to take data and analyze it and know what your customers need, sometimes even before they know they need it. And we have project management. So helping customers achieve milestones and success over time means, being organized and able to manage several projects or tasks simultaneously. And that is the job of a project manager. So as a customer success manager, you don't need to get, to get a certification for PMP, but there are skills that project managers do have. And it is imperative as a customer success manager that you have those skills as well, or some semblance of it, right? And last but not least, empathy, which is, right here as well. But empathy basically is just understanding your customer's perspective and making them feel heard is very crucial, even though you don't agree with them. The whole premise of the customer is always right doesn't really work with, CSM. You should be able to say no to a customer. But before you say no, you should be able to empathize with them. Let them feel like, their grievance is legit and their feelings matter. So you should be able to empathize. It's very crucial in building long-lasting relationships, not just with customers, in general, with people. If you're not empathetic towards people's plights, something is wrong with you, most likely. But being able to build a long-lasting relationship, you do need to be able to empathize with your customers. Okay. Now let's talk about leveraging technology. So what technology tools a customer should be aware of and use? This is a little bit peculiar because there isn't, like, as a CSM, you don't have to know any tools. When you join a company, each company is different, right? The resources they use, the tools they use, completely different. You can't know all of them. So you will get trained on, tools and all that. But I think what I want to talk about here is just to be more effective in customer success. There are several tools that can help streamline your task and drive efficiency. So we're talking of CRM. So tools like Salesforce or HubSpot, allows you to track your customers' interaction and maintain a more holistic view of each account. And then you have your customer success platform, tools like Gainsight or PlanHat, or there's a PlanHat is what we use at my company. I used Gainsight in previous companies. Salesforce, I used to work in Salesforce as well. So I'm well aware of all of that CRM. I didn't know all of that before I joined this company. So all of these tools you would learn, depending on the company, because each company's strategy is completely different. The tools that they deem important is completely different as well, right? Like I was saying, customer success platforms like Gainsight or PlanHack, or there's another one called Tunango, helps you monitor customer health, identify risk, and track engagement. And then we have communication tools like, Zendesk. Those are more for, customer support. But Zendesk can also help you streamline communication and ensure quick response to your customers' inquiries, right? And last but not least, analytics reporting tools. Again, this is not a must. No tool is a must for CSM because, like I said, depending on the organization you work for and what your KPI or your job task is, because again, CSM means different things in different companies. Some companies, their CSM only handles like the post-sales engagement. So to just build relationship and handle like adoption and implementation. And some organizations, your CSM handles implementation, training, adoption, and renewals as well. So it all depends on which organization or what organization you find yourself in. That would also determine what type of solution and tools you get to work with, right? And the last tool I want to talk about is analytics and reporting tools. So like Google Analytics or Tableau, can help CSM analyze customer behavior and product, usage to spot trends and opportunities. But again, it's not a hard criteria because it all depends on where you find yourself. Now, I want to talk briefly on the role of AI and automation. This was a bit of a tricky one for me because, in today's fast-paced world, AI and automation plays an increasingly important role in customer success. Absolutely. While the human touch is always important, people want to talk to people. People don't want to talk to machines. Automation can help essentially scale processes and enhance efficiency, I guess. So look, tools, you can use AI tools for customer segmentation, predictive analytics, automated check-ins. I personally use ChatGPT for everything. Like ChatGPT is, amazing. I write my emails, check my spellings, I collaborate with ChatGPT to form like ideas or strategies or talk tracks for my customers as well. But I would say that the role of AI is more so how your solution fits into the customer strategy. So case in point, I have a customer who their strategy for this year is to have more AI tools and automate a lot of their processes. So they're looking to us to ask, what solution do you have that can fit into our strategy? From a CSM point of view, that's how AI kind of works for me in my experience. So it's more so how your solution can fit into the changing world or of technology and the ever evolving world of AI and how that can help your customer in their AI journey. That's how that kind of looks like from a CSM point of view. So I wouldn't spend too much time on that. Now, in terms of driving real business outcomes and driving real strategies, when you're driving real business outcomes and customer success, it requires intentional strategies. And a few to consider is, including what we have on here on the slides. You also have the customer health scoring. You develop a scoring model based on usage, engagement, and satisfaction. So this allows you to prioritize resources and interventions for high-risk accounts. Customer journey mapping, understanding the path your customers take from onboarding through renewal and identify where they may need more support or engagement. And last but not least, developing a customer success playbook. So this, you establish repeatable processes for onboarding, renewals, how to handle churn risk, just so you are always ready with a proven, with a strategy that has worked. So you do need to have those in place for you to have a great and strong strategy as a CSM. The way I see CSMs is we are quarterbacks, and quarterbacks is basically responsible for how the game is run, right? They're the ones with the ball. Like I said, as a CSM, you are the face of your company. You are the one who takes back reports to your company. If your management wants to know about, a particular account, you are the one they come to ask about, that account. You should be able, armed with all of the resources available to you, again, to verbally articulate everything that's happening in the account in terms of risk, churns, their strategy, what they have planned, their pain points, areas that you are not even meeting. Like basically, you should know the heart and soul of your customers. And if you don't have the strategies in place, it becomes even harder to have those information. Let's quickly talk about customer success KPIs. So to measure success, of your customer success efforts, there are several KPIs that should be tracked. Number one is the net revenue. This tracks how much revenue you've retained from existing customers. And then you also have to factor in expansions and churn. That gives you your whole NRR. And the customer health score, the churn rate, customer lifetime value, and customer satisfaction, so CSAT. Now, all of this is very important, absolutely. But the number one KPI is adoption. If your customer is not using your product, if their adoption level is not high, all of this would not matter. Because if the adoption is not high, it means they're not using your platform. If they're not using your platform or your service, it means that there's no room for expansion. And there's a high possibility that they're not going to renew with you or they're going to churn. And that would affect the churn rate, that would affect the NRR, and that would definitely affect your expansion as well. So yes, these are all great KPIs, but in the holistic point of view, adoption is key. When I'm speaking to my customers, especially when it's time for renewals, the first thing I'm checking is their adoption. I'm going to look behind the scenes to see if they're using the platform. How are they using the platform? Are they using all the features available to them on the platform? Do they even know about all the features available to them? What's their use case? Did we deliver on their use case? Is there more use case? Everything is all adoption. If your adoption is high, everything else, your NRR is going to be high, your expansion revenue is going to be high, and your customer churn rate is going to be low. So that's my number one KPI, adoption. Of course, with the rest here presented as well. Now, in terms of personalization, in terms of as a customer success, of course, your approach to your customer is on a case-by-case level. Your service has to be personalized to your customer. Even your platform or whatever products that you're selling or you're positioning has to be personalized to meet your customer's needs. Of course, there's standard use cases, for instance. I work for an e-commerce tracking and logistics company. We basically handle post-purchase experience and tracking for businesses, and we have huge multinationals on our customer list, and even smaller businesses as well. And all of our cases, all of our engagements are personalized to each customer. Now, of course, there's always standard use case. So we just want to track. We don't want any bells and whistles. We just want to track our products. We just want to be able to send notifications to our customers once their order has been shipped or been received. Standard use case. But the bread and butter of it is you have to have, even in that standard use case, there is a personalized touch to it, right? So if you're not able to personalize your approach or your engagement with your customer, that has already set you up for disaster. And you can see how this kind of differs from customer service. Customer service is more of a, there's a script. You have to follow the script. If the customer says this, you do this. If the customer asks for this, you say this. With customer success, you have to be on your toes. You have to have, yes, there are resources to help you navigate any conversations or engagements you're having with them, but you have to be able to adapt and position yourself depending on the customer that you're speaking to. Now, talking about measuring long-term success and customer success isn't just about keeping customers happy. Like I said, it is not your goal. It's not your job to make your customers happy. It is your job to ensure that your customers see value and return on their investment in your business, right? It's about your customers' relationship and continue to growing that customer relationship over time. So how do we measure long-term success? Renewal rates. Are your customer renewing their subscriptions or contracts? High renewal rates often indicate long-term satisfaction and value. Upsell, cross-sell revenue. As your customers grow, so should your investment in your product. So a CSM's ability to spot expansion opportunity is a good marker of success. Customer advocacy. Are your customers referring others to or providing testimonials, case studies? This shows that they trust you enough to recommend you to your network, right? And I've spoken about business growth and customer retention. So in summary, just to wrap up, customer success is a critical function and directly influences, your customer retention, expansion, and overall company growth. It's more of a proactive, or ideally is a proactive relationship, driven and strategic partnership. But of course, like I said, it's a bit nuanced. It could be reactive and proactive as well, depending on your book of business and the amount of customers that you have, and of course your business strategy as well. But by focusing on the pillars of customer success, developing the right skills, leveraging the right technology, and measuring your key KPIs, you can drive results for both your customers and your business, right? And that is all I have, planned for you guys, prepped for you guys today. I hope this session, was informative. And yeah, this is the end. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chinyere. And that was an amazing, insightful session. I personally enjoyed it, and I'm sure everyone can attest that you did amazingly well. Would love to ask you, I'm sure some people have questions they would love to ask, and I hope you're sorry, do we have any questions? Do we have any questions for Chinyere?
Yes, good evening, ma'am.
Hello, good evening.
My name is Audu. I want to ask a question on how to do it for a firm offering bespoke consulting services, where each client has unique challenges and requirements.
I'm so sorry, you were breaking up there. Easy, did you hear her? Maybe you can repeat the question
No.
for me.
Please, could you repeat the question?
Yes.
Or maybe you can type it in the chat if your internet is a bit shaky, you can also type it in the chat as well.
Okay. I said, what kind of customer success challenge and strategy can be built for a firm offering bespoke consulting services, where each client has unique challenges and requirements? Can you hear me now?
You cut off there a little bit. If I understand, I heard a little bit, so let me repeat it, and if it's right, then I can answer. Are you asking what type of customer success strategy one would adopt for a bespoke customer challenge?
No,
Is that
ma'am.
what you asked? Okay, sorry, go ahead. Can you repeat yourself?
Sorry, ma'am. I said, what kind of customers and success and strategy can be built for a firm offering bespoke consulting services, where each client has a unique challenges or requirements? When clients has different challenges or requirements for a consultant.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a great question. I'll answer it based off what we're currently doing in my company, right? So in my company, we have named CSMs. So those CSMs handle like the more strategic accounts or enterprise accounts. That's where I kind of fall under. And then we also have another set of CSMs. We call them success hubs. So it's a group of CSMs that basically handle more or less enterprise customers, but it's built to scale, right? So if you have a lot of customers who have a lot of challenging requirements, again, I don't know what your strategy is like for your business, what type of industry you're in. There's a lot that goes into account and consideration when you want to build out a CS organization. But if it's built to scale, so it means you're growing fast, you're having a lot of customers, I would definitely say you should look into like a pull system. So this is, like I mentioned, having a group of CSMs. They're not attached to any one account. They basically are in charge of a certain amount of accounts. So they're the ones who reach out to the customers. They do periodic check with the customers. Any of the CSMs basically can handle any of the accounts. That helps your business because you don't have to hire new CSMs every time you have a new account. If you have a group of dedicated CSM who just handles, so for instance, maybe your book of business, and I'm so sorry, I am going to speak in dollar terms here, not naira. So I can understand what I'm saying. So let's say the book of business you have like 10K customers. So all your 10K and below customers will go into this pool model or to the success hub of CSM. So they will be the ones to manage those accounts. So anytime you have any customer who falls under the 10K amount, they would go directly to your pool model CSMs. Right. So that would help you scale. You can keep scaling, you can keep having new customers without having to hire more CSMs. And in the long run, that also saves you money as well. I hope that answers your question.
Mom, thank you.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow. Okay, do we have any other questions for Chinyere before we wrap the session up?
Hello, good evening. Yes, I have a question.
Okay,
Hi.
let's go.
Hello.
Hello, my name is Peace. Okay, so my question is, are there like best practices in hiring like top customer success talents or retaining them?
Mm-hmm. I can tell you for retaining them, it's the money. Pay them well and they would stay. No, but in all seriousness, in hiring customer success managers, again, what does customer success mean to you as a business? What do you want them to do as a customer success manager? Right? So you have to have that already noted. You should know exactly what this role will entail. Like I mentioned, customer success is different for each company. I've worked in companies where I never had to manage the project, like the implementation. All I had to do was once the implementation was done, I'm checking in with them, I'm having business reviews with them, I'm trying to help them find more use cases for our product. I'm helping them in their adoption journey. And then I didn't even handle renewals as well. I've been in organizations where my role as a CSM was implementation, training, adoption, and renewals, right? And in my current role right now, I'm handling implementation, training, and renewals, as well as adoptions. And I'm also in charge of expansions and upsell and upgrades. So you have to know what you categorize as the customer success duty. Once you have that understanding and noted down, what are the skills that are needed for those activities, right? So when you have that written down, you know what your customer success team is supposed to look like and what they're going to be in charge of. What are the skills that you need for those roles? And then of course, when you're interviewing people, you're looking out for those skills. And of course, a CSM who's just starting is not going to be the same as an experienced yet, obviously. It's not going to be the same. So they may have some skills that you can work with and maybe you can help to build. But you always have to know exactly what they're doing, what their duty is as a CSM before you hire. And then in terms of retention, like every other business, it's the same thing. Are you paying them well? Is the work environment, a good environment, not a toxic environment, right? What does career growth look like in your organization? Is there room for career growth for CSM? So you've employed a CSM. What is the next stage in the CSM? Is a senior CSM? Is there room for them to grow as a senior CSM? Once they've grown to meet that senior CSM role, is there room for becoming a principal CSM as well? So there has to be that career trajectory. That's the way you retain them. You retain your CSM. So of course, salary is very important. No one's gonna lie about that. And then what does the career growth look like? Do you have the required tools for them to do their jobs? efficiently and accurately. Those are the things, at least from in my perspective and in my experience, what I have looked out for. The money is number one. I'm not doing this for free. This is not a charity. The money, am I being paid well? Am I being compensated well for my experience and my qualifications? And then what does career growth look like in this organization? And then do they have the adequate tools for me to do my job properly? Do I have the right resources available to me? And might I just add as well, training and development. So I've been in the customer facing roles for 9 years, but I've been a customer success manager for 6. Training is very important to me because I want to make sure that I am meeting industry standard. So if I am in your company and you're not training me, I'm gonna feel like you don't value me as an employee because you're not even investing in me to be better for your customers, right? So just based off my experience, those are the key things that would definitely help with retention of CSMs and organizations. Hi, Chinedu. Yeah, I can see your hand up. Please go ahead.
I'm just wanted to put it in there that maybe more companies should be ISO certified. When you mention training, because ISO also helps you. Helps you in terms of being in check of making sure that things are on the right path. So I think more companies should be ISO certified. I don't know if that helps as well.
Chinedu, can you throw more light? What is ISO certification? I'm not aware of that.
Oh, basically, it's like a training to make sure that companies are following the right patterns in terms of making their clients. How should I put it? In terms of client satisfaction, ISO it's a company that trains other big companies, to make sure that clients are certified. Maybe it's how should I put it now? Uh, I think I need to do more research on that, but like it helps companies with making sure that their clients are satisfied basically.
And from a legal point of view, is that what you mean?
Yes, legal and otherwise. Legal and otherwise.
All right, thank you. I'm definitely going to look that up. I've never heard that, so I would definitely check that out as well. Thank you, Chineda, for sharing.
Okay, you're welcome.
So we're going to be taking one last question for today before we call it quits. Femi, I can see your hands up. You can unmute your mic.
I just wanted to throw more light on what ISO meant. It's International Standard for Organizations, actually a French acronym. It's basically an organization that helps ensure quality standards across different I would say phases of industry. So it could be Lean Six Sigma, which has to do with manufacturing. It could be with customer service. It cuts across different, industries. I just want to share that. That's all.
Thank you, Femi. Thanks for that.
Thank you very much, Femi. So we have room for one last question before we round up. Does anyone have any question to ask on customer success?
Yes, I have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Hi, good evening. Thank you for the wonderful speech. It was very interesting. I enjoyed it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the feedback.
You're welcome. My question is, problems are bound to happen. So what are the best approaches to handle a crisis caused by a poor customer success manager?
That's a no one likes the negative question. But you're right, absolutely right. So when you mean, maybe a customer success manager defaults and does something wrong that the customer is, unhappy about. Tammy, do you want to say something? Your hand is still raised. No, okay, I'll take that as a no. So I want to make sure that I understand your question. So are you saying how does management handle when a customer complains about a CSM?
Yeah, it's when there's a crisis involved. When a
Mm-hmm.
when a customer success manager, there's an issue
Okay.
involved.
Okay. I'll give you the best and worst scenario, right? So
Okay.
let's say best scenario here is maybe implementation. You know what? No, I'm just going to use myself an example. Customers will always, complain that they will complain about the CSM. That's their customers. If they don't do that, they're not customers. I had an incident, not an incident, I had an experience with a customer that I was implementing, and their requirement was something we did not have the feature for at the time. And unfortunately, the sales team did not do a great job at scoping out that requirement prior to them signing the contract. So during the implementation process, there was a huge, blowback on this. And we're trying to work with them, myself and my solutions architect and my technical account manager. So we were 3 people on this account trying to help the customer with the issue. But I guess they weren't getting the response that they wanted. So they went over our heads and they reached out to our head of customer success for our entire company, who at the time happened to be my manager as well. So once that came in, it was a long, scathing email. It was terrible. You would think we weren't doing anything at all. And my manager, rightfully so, reached out to me and like pulled myself and the the solutions architect and the head of sales into a chat and was like, what is going on? Why is this customer reaching out to me about this? And we explained, explained the issue like, okay, the customer is they're just very impatient and they're very difficult to work with. This is the issue and all of that stuff. And my, of course, manager at the time was like, okay, no problem. I'll handle this. They just wanted to feel heard. That was it. Because they knew we didn't have the feature. Like we already told them, like, okay, we don't have the feature. We are going to expedite creating and writing the code needed for this feature to be implemented. But it's going to take time because you're the only customer requesting for it, right? And it's not your fault. We didn't do our due diligence in the scoping, in the sales cycle to have scoped it out early. So we took full responsibility for that. But they wanted to just feel heard, and like when you have someone of power, higher status, so to speak, on your side. So we got on a call. It was like over an hour-long call, just basically delegating next steps, coming up with like a success plan. Again, these are the tools we use, a success plan on this is the criteria, this is the timeline, this is what is going to be built, this is when it's going to be built, and this is how we're going to implement it going forward. And that was how that was mitigated. Now, worst case scenario, a CSM could have sent something to a customer that they were not supposed to have sent. So maybe, confidential information about another customer. And I'm using this example because it happened recently with someone that I know. Sending confidential information to another customer that they should not have. He lost his job. He was fired immediately. So depending on, I guess, the level of grievance, almost anything can be excused. It's a learning curve. You can handle it, there are ways to handle issues. But I guess depending on the degree, and it's not just a CSM thing, it's just a work thing. It happens in every organization, in every role. There are things that can be forgiven, things that can be fixed. If a customer should complain about you, it's okay. What are they complaining about? Let's get on a call with them. Let's try and mitigate it, all that stuff. But there are things that like just goes against, like legal policies, privacy and confidentiality is a huge deal here. It's a huge deal in Nigeria for sure, but here they don't mess about. One time and you're out. He lost his job immediately. So I would say that mitigating risk all depends on the type of risk that's being mitigated. There's some things that you just have to let go of that person, understandably, sad. But there are things that all it takes is just a phone call and for you to just listen and just give the customer, the person in question, that reassurance that everything will be sorted out or worked on. And that's it. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, it does. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you so much, Chinyere. It was an amazing session and very insightful one. I hope if there are any other questions, you could just drop down the messages and we can like talk to you about them like via email. Thanks to everyone for joining us today. And we hope you found this webinar valuable. Remember, at Brickhills Consulting, we offer a wide range of courses, including the courses we took today, customer success and cybersecurity management, and many more, from finance to IT courses, engineering, hospitality, caregiving, and so on and so forth. So for further inquiries and for questions, and if you want to have more information on what we do, you can visit our website on www.brickhillsconsulting.com. You just sign up and you select the courses. It's pretty straightforward. You sign up, select your courses, and you get certified. This is a British accredited certification. We have three modes of learning. You can learn via the videos and the virtual classes and the in-person classes, and they're broken down into three stages. The beginner stage, in case you don't have a foundation of whatever course you're going in for. So the beginner stage explains the foundation of what you're going to start up with, and then the intermediate stage, which is the middle level stage, and then you also move to the masterclass stage, which is like the secondary tertiary stage of the whatever program. So we also have courses on project management, data analysis, business analysis. Just visit the website and you have more information on the course outline. So in case you are confused about what to study, or you don't have an in-depth knowledge or just the basic idea, we have our course outline, which lists out the objectives of the courses and is going to be broken down into the different modules of that course. Above all, you take your short test and you get your certification. Pretty straightforward. So for future webinars and any other information, you can send us an email or you can reach out to us via mail. And then you could always check our Instagram page and our YouTube channel, Brickhills Consulting. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you so much, Obinna, for taking us on cybersecurity management. Thank you so much, Chinyere, our second speaker, for taking us on customer success. This video is going to be uploaded on our YouTube channel. So in case you missed any part of it from the beginning, for those that joined late, it's going to be on our YouTube channel, so you can go over it at your spare time. Thank you very much, and see you next month for the next webinar. I remain your lovely host, Izine Hart. Bye.
Thank you, Izini. Thank you, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Yeah.